Hi there and welcome back, my friends, to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is Immanuel and we're joining the cloister, the monastery. Hey, Brother Porter, where do we have to go again?
Can I take a look inside the monastery?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside the monastery belong to the monks of the Order of Saint Benedict. No others shall pass.
Okay. We have to go right to the office or something? We can talk to Karl now. I think we should do that. To make sure he isn't coming as well. Thankfully, our horse still belongs to us. Hey, Bussy. Bussy. No one can see us. Outside of this. So we need to reach point A. Ow. We talk to him? I hope so. As you see, we pose as Karl. He was sent here. But the question is, I mean, he didn't want to talk to us last time. Will he talk now? No. We have to risk it again. As we have the acceptance writ, and if someone, even without a writ, is coming in just like that, and seemingly on a flight or something, then we can probably too. I mean, our great charisma and stuff. Goodness. Put away all your worldly goods and chattels. Where's the chest? Is it here?
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
What, that thing? Until it rots away or what? Whew. It's scratchy though. At least it's white. Now. Oh, goodness. But we're pretty impressed now, I guess. And happy that we know some fist fighting. Like thrown into a snake pit. Well, these guys. Quietly signaling us. That's our place. Must be pious, right?
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst.
Henry, Karl.
Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Oh, we have to sing, okay.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione me.
The cringe. The cringe look.
Accept your new
It was the
name,
cringe look.
Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
And better learn to sing, brother. Thanks, man, for helping us out. I mean, brother. Do they have a brother fist in that monastery? I'm not sure.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Well, thanks.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
Actually, I'm being punished.
If it were up to me, I'd still be spending my days in taverns and my nights with whores.
I don't envy you. Unfortunately, you're here for the rest of your life.
And what about you? Why are you here?
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
What do you mean by that? Could we not do the tour?
Is it alright if we don't do the tour?
I thought that since you're literally a complete novice, you'd be interested to know what you have to do tomorrow. But if you don't want to come with me, I won't force you. Here's a letter from the prior with the daily schedule. Read it and observe it.
Okay, that, I mean, we have that writ now, so maybe a tour is okay.
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards.
We got that
Make
anyways,
sure to read it
okay.
this evening, so you know how things work.
We have that twice
You
now.
can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go.
Nice.
Remember one word: discipline. It's your job to work and pray.
Caps.
You serve the Lord now, not your
Caps
own
lock.
bodily needs.
And it's not the first time. It's a mystery, but one that
God be with you.
Aha, oh my goodness. Let's listen to him closely. Who is that?
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during ceremony. I have the feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm the circator.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything's the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
No. I'd like to ask you about
I'd like
something.
to ask you
guys,
something about the
by
monastery.
the way. I hope the tour doesn't go on without us. Who's in charge
Who's
here?
in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps the good Lord
Infirm
will
and
bless him
traveling.
with many
Good,
more years of
good
life.
lord.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Okay. Any new
Are there any
candidates?
candidates to be the new abbot?
Check
Yes,
this
there
out.
are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nevlas, and they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Oh, great news, I can imagine. What about
Tell
John?
me about John.
John is the circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
That sounds nice. And Nevlas?
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
I can understand that in a cloister. And why is the winning
Why does it
so
matter so much
important?
who wins?
I mean, both are
Because the future
brothers,
direction
right?
of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
The old struggle. Politics,
I
right?
thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Yeah, probably naturally. Thanks, man. And wow, there's a lot to know. And he will tell us. That's great. So let's ask him.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
He'll stay on. And how is he elected?
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants
Thought he
John,
was infirm
the
and
other
traveling.
half Nevlas, and there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Okay. How's the life here in
Tell me
general?
something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
It's like YouTube. How's the rule of Saint Benedict? We have to know. So if someone so high and really supervising the rules can tell us, that would be great to
Can you
know.
tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
Of course, of course. What's the history of
I'm
the
interested
monastery?
in the monastery's history.
It was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years ago.
The man with the
After
tooth.
his death, heretics occupied the place for some time, but then the order was restored and brothers of the truth faith returned.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some
Oh.
foreign rituals, in a language foreign to God. They
Crazy.
were driven away and their books burned.
The Cathars or... How are the monks here?
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a
Everyone got
novice, you
his
should be
thing.
particularly mindful of the circuitors.
That's why we're talking
They're
to
the
you.
ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
So you know the novices as a circuiter.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
The
I
brother.
meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hardworking and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
Is that a hint? Can one leave the monastery?
Can you leave the monastery?
Well, where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
And on whose side are you on?
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
The old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections. But if I had to choose between the two who are already putting themselves forward, John would be my choice.
Right, the good old stuff. Yeah, as a circuiter and supervising the rules, that's probably natural, right? Well, thanks a lot. And see you around.
This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting
You
used
might be
to.
wrong. And besides, God will be our protector.
Salve. Be well.
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation.
Is that why they're
Centuries
speaking
ago,
here?
This monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery. His spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware.
Beware.
Here are
The
the fractory and
zombies.
scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work.
As a
Nice.
novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say.
Otherwise, they
This
use
is
the
refectory,
canes?
where
I
we
don't
come
know.
together to eat.
It's crazy.
During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment. But I've already told you about the circuitors.
We've talked to one of them. Oh, the library.
The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You, too, will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
And oh. Search for Pius. I don't know if we trust him that much. Let's ask him about
Who would
whose
you
side
choose
he's
as the new
on.
abbot, if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking your nose into other people's business. You'll sleep better at night.
Good advice, got to say. Hey, and the other things we wanted to talk about? Hey, okay. Leaving us in the library. It's interesting. What can we find here? We're free, we're exempt from the stuff we have to do, so... Oh, let's see. The Anthology of Love Poems, The Legend of Saint Dorothy. What is that? On the Virgin Dorothy and her martyrdom. That doesn't sound like so instructive. Not as funny as the love poems. Can we find something here? Oh, what is that? There's a page. In here, Maiden's War. Medicine 2. Oh, we always wanted to read that. What's in here? Interesting things. The Rule of Benedict. That would be nice. These things won't help us. Hey, what are you doing, man?
Talk to me, brother.
We will. Hey, my name is Karl. Gregor.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this page finished.
Well, you certainly have a passion, man. That counts for a lot, I can imagine.
Forbidden
Don't
books
even
must
look
be
at
in
that
that
cabinet. It contains forbidden books.
What's in here? Cobwebs. The Rule of Saint Benedict.
Get away from that cabinet.
Something lying around. Tournaments. Oh, what's that? That looks interesting. Evil morals in Bohemia. The things we have. What is that? The Papal Schism. Let's read that. The Holy Church is the home of all Christians on the earth. At its head stands its shepherd, that is the Pope. How long is that? Okay, we can read that. Pope is the reader of all Christianity and the successor to the seat of St. Peter. It was established by our Lord Jesus Christ himself, but it has transpired that not one but two holy fathers sit upon the papal seat. What's that about Avignon? And good Christians can only argue over which is the true one, and which one should be respected, and which shall be eternally damned. It all began when Pope Boniface VIII refused to crown King Philip the Fair of France as emperor, to which the latter refused to acquiesce, and in the year 1309 he had the Holy See removed to Avignon, where he could keep it under his watchful eye. Thus, for many years the Holy Father sat upon the papal throne not in Rome, but in France. In 1377, Pope Gregory decided to leave Avignon and return the papacy to Rome, but after his untimely death, two conclaves met to elect a new pope in both Rome and Avignon. And thus it came to be that there was a Pope Urban in Rome and a Pope Clement in France, and both received great support from the rulers of Europe, who favored one pope over the other as they saw fit. These two popes excommunicated each other and proclaimed each other to be an arch-heretic and the anti-pope. Thus a great schism and decline within the Holy Church did arise, and now many do criticize it and demand remediation, for how can the Pope fulfill his duties as our shepherd when there are in fact two popes who claim to be the true representative of God, the rival to be a messenger of Satan? Whose words the good Christian heed, and whom should they entreat for intercession? Which pope's hand may anoint a king? As long as there are two popes, hunger and pestilence shall plague the entire world, and much strife and suffering does await us. The prophecy. It's crazy. We don't have a lockpick. And it's pretty dark. What's going on here? Where do we... Oh, it's pretty dark. Anyone here? No. Aha! Torch. That will come in handy. Gold cross. Where is all of that? Do we have to go even? I think we have to go to bed, but where is our bed again? Going into this.
I've read one of the manuscripts copied by one of the novices. I think I'm going to cry.
It's that touching, is it?
Going on here? That's very hard. What's this? We can sit here and read. Oh, that's the Holy Church. Alright, thankfully we have these torches. What's behind that door? Porches before it. Oh, we could pay indulgence. And really we could not. We're neglecting our daily schedule. Oh my goodness. We must sleep now. We have to look for our bed. Must be here, right? Somewhere here? It's here? Oh, it is here. Okay. Alright, nice. Is that our bed? We have a trunk? Oh, what's that? A monk's habit. Nice. We should sleep, right? Yeah, let's see about that. When must we wake up? Let's sleep till 4. And then read that schedule we have. 4 seems like a good thing for a monastery, right? So thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. We'll see each other on our next day. We can drink out of a golden goblet in the next episode. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel, signing out.